Hey all, Mr. Thibodeau here. So let's go ahead and jump right in here, written practice. While we jump in, let me just say, these written practices that I do, these videos, I'm tempted to actually do away with them, where, I mean, you'll still do the work. I just won't make these videos. Not a lot of folks are using them currently. So please let me know if you want them to stay. Go ahead and put a comment down below or something. I'm just not sure if they're the best use of my time or if you're using them. Okay, so first off, if there are 1,000 envelopes and unopened boxes in the office closet, one box holds 250 envelopes. How many boxes of envelopes are in the office closet? So 250 by 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, really, this is the answer is 4, right? It's 25 into 100. 250 into 1,000 is the same thing. So 4 times 25 is 100. 4 times 250 is 1,000. Dump truck delivered 4 cubic yards of sand for the playground. The sand weighed 5 tons and 800 pounds. Wow. How many pounds of sand were delivered? Well, 5 times 2,000. Each ton is 2,000. So that is 10,800 lbs. 3. The heights of the rose bushes in the garden are 98, 97, and 100. 109 and 101. What is the average height of the rose bushes in the garden? Well, which average, right? So if we put these in order, 97, 98, 100, 101, 109, we could say our median average. There's no mode because nothing repeats. And our mean, we have to add them all together. 10, 15, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 335. Wait, what? Sorry, 535. There we go. Did I do that right? I think I did that wrong. I think it's 525, right? 15, 10, that's 2. Nope, that's a 0, actually. 505, there we go. Now that I've done that, divide this by 4, or 1, 2, 5. So 5 goes into 50 10 times. 5 goes into 500 100 times. 101. So 101 is the mean average. Identify the plot, write the equation, and solve the problem. Okay, just solve the problem, guys. He paid with a $10 bill, received $3.25 in change. What was the cost of the comic books? So $10, 3.25, 6.75. Okay. Use Prime Factorization Reduce 60 over 72. So what they mean by that is we need to find the greatest common factor. Okay. So what number goes into 60 as well as 72? I know that off the top of my head, but we can go ahead and look. 1 and 60, 2 and 30. I'm not going to go all the way down 1. I'm going to go a little simpler. I'm going to do 1 and 72. Cutting it in half is 36. Going into, it looks like 3 goes into it 20 times. 3 goes into 72, does it? 7, 8, 9? Yeah. 24 times. Okay. 4 times 4 Does 4 go into 72? I don't think it does. I don't think it goes into either of those. 5 goes into 5 goes into 60 though, and it goes into it 12 times. 5 does not go into 72, but 6 goes into it 12 times. And now I stop. I don't need to go any further. I have found the greatest common factor, okay, which is what I'm looking for here. Okay, I don't need to go and check anything else, because once you found the biggest factor, that's why you do it this way, that both of them share. I'm not going to find a greater common factor below 12, right? I'm going to find a smaller common factor. So that 12 is important. So 12 goes into 60 5 times, and 12 goes into 72 6 times. Okay, so this turns into my fraction. Okay, that's why the factorization is really helpful. 12 goes into this 5 times, 12 goes into this 6 times. And there we go. Okay, we have now reduced it to 5/6. All right, it's 1 through 5. Oh, that was 5. Switching over to 8. Find the perimeter of the figure. So that is 4. So here's the interesting thing, right? That's 7, that's 12, that's 10, okay? Now, I can figure out, how do you figure out this missing piece? Well, this is, I'm assuming, it doesn't tell us, it really should. I am assuming that these are 90-degree angles, okay? Which means if this whole side is 10, then this side plus this side here are also 10. And if this whole side is 12, then that means this side plus this side is 12, which means my space here is both 3 and 8. Okay, so that here, that's 3 and that's 8. Now, when I'm looking for my perimeter, though, I can just go ahead and take 10 and 12 because I know it'll work out. Like I could add 8 plus 3 plus 4 plus 10 plus 12 plus 7. Or I could do 20 plus 24. That's 10 times 2 and 12 times 2. And get 44 equals my perimeter. For my area, though, that one I do have to do this separately because I need to make sure I don't accidentally include all that space. So 4 times 3 equals 12 centimeters squared, right? That's this part here. And then 7 times 12 is 84, okay? So 84 plus 12 is 96 centimeters squared. And so that is my answer. Okay, let's switch to a different page to do, that's also 9, I guess. 16 through 30 even. Find the missing number, name the property illustrated. So that's commutative property. 16 is 7. Commutative with addition. 18, that's associative property, and we got 5, 4. We got 5, 4, so 7. Of addition. 20. What's the difference between the product of 20 times 2 and the difference of 20 and 2? So that's 18. 20 minus 2. So what is the difference? Oh, subtracting. So 22 is the difference. 22, speaking of, rearrange factors in the calculations to make it easier, then simplify your steps. Okay, so let's go ahead and do 8 times 7 times 5. Or do we want to do 8 times 5 times 7? Let's do 8 times 5 times 7. 8 times 5 times 7. Okay, and this is the associative property. It allows me to move it in, as well as associative and commutative property are actually both at play here. I moved the 5 around. This gives me 40 times 7. 7 times 4 is 28. Add that 0, 280. Okay. It is important to be able to do this because then you can make it easier. You don't have to do 8 times 7 equals 56 and then times 56 by 5, right? 24. The number -5 is a member of which sets of numbers? They're integers and also rational numbers. Right? Rational numbers include negatives as well as fractions, as well as 0, as well as counting numbers. Integers are negatives, counting numbers, and 0. List all the prime numbers between 50 and 70. Oh, jeezies, creasies. That is, is there a list of there somewhere that they actually told us? I mean, because I could try and figure it out, but that just seems like a lot of work. I feel like lesson 9, let's go back. Did they give us a list of prime numbers? So prime numbers can't be divided by anything else. They did not give you a list. Okay. All right, geez. That is more work than I was expecting. 51. I think 53 is prime 2. 54 is not. 57, maybe? 59, maybe? Wow. I'm going to just look this one up. You can. I don't want to have to do all of that work, geez, to figure out which ones. Of prime numbers to 100. Okay. 51 is not one. Oops. So 53 is 59. 61, 67. It's only to 70, so it's just those 4. Okay. Oh yeah, what goes in 51? Anyway. Oh yeah, 3 goes into 51. 37 times. Okay. All right, so these are numbers that cannot, the only factors are 1 and itself. All right, 28, simplify. 30 goes into 9450. We can also just leave these zeros off and set them to the side and add them to our answer. So just 3 goes into 945, just to make our life a little easier. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 4 drops down, goes into it once. 5 goes down, goes into it 5 times. Okay, so 315. Now, of course, I add back my 2 zeros. 31,500. Okay, last question. 3/4 of 48. So I can multiply across and then divide by 4, or I can divide by 4 and then multiply by 3. Either which way works in this particular case. So let's go ahead and divide by 4 first and then multiply by 3. So 48 divided by 4, 10, so equals 12. And then 12 times 3. So 12 is 1/4. Okay, so 12 equals 1/4 in this example of 48. 12 times 3 is 36. Okay, so 36 is 3/4 of 48. All right, guys. That is your work. Have a good one.